Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to That's Football. I hope you're all doing well. We're live for a double watch along. We've got Liverpool against Leicester. We've got Arsenal's visit to Wolves, so we should get plenty of action tonight. I don't know why I thought about something else there, but apologies. We're live and I'm excited to be live. Busy day for Goldbridge. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but Seb was a bit sad. And, I had to go and have a chat with him. He's sad, basically, because his sister's playing football in the dark and he feels sad for her. But I told him that I introduced him to the invention of floodlights and expanded it beyond football and said floodlights light up train tracks. You like Thomas the Tank Engine. And if you didn't have lights, you wouldn't be able to see. And told him about lights on the front of cars as well. So he's gone to bed with a smile on his face now. So sad to happy. There you go. Anyway, how are we doing? Hope we're doing good. I'll give you the team news. Look, I've got Liverpool Leicester on a smaller screen. I've got Arsenal Wolves on a bigger screen, but we will be keeping you up to date with both. I can do it. I can do two things at once. So smash a like on the video, subscribe, and get involved for a ride. That will be two things at once in a ride. Let's get on with the show anyway. I'm going to give you the team news. At half time, I've got a brand new idea that's going to be very interactive for you. Either or with a twist. So I say Lewandowski or Harry Kane, and there's a twist where you can get involved. So get ready for that. But team news is what we want. We're going to go Liverpool against Leicester first. It's at Anfield. Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Thiago, Fabinho, Jones, Jota, Firmino and Diaz. Salah is on the bench. They could have started Salah. He put him on the bench for today, but Diaz starts. So interesting game for him. Leicester's team, Schmeichel back in goal. Remember they got smashed by Forest in the FA Cup. Justin, Amate, and Ndidi, Thomas, Dewsbury Hall, Samari, Lookman, Maddison, Albrighton, and Daka. I think they're going to get beat. I think they're going to get beat like an egg. I really do. I'm going to say Liverpool 3-1 in that one. Wolves against Arsenal. For some reason, I'm not getting the team news for that one. I don't know why they're not giving that out. Wolves against Arsenal. Okay, I'm on the wrong website for that then. They don't want to give us the Wolves and Arsenal team news. That's absolutely fine. Klopp has said that Salah will come on definitely. Let me just get you these teams for the Wolves game. Wolves and Arsenal, 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 Wolves and Arsenal. That's really annoying, isn't it? Wolves and Arsenal. Okay, Wolves are Sarr, Kilman, Cody Says, Dendonka, Ruben Neves, Marcel and Semadou, Trincao, Podence and Jimenez. Good side. Arsenal are Ramsdale, Cedric, White, Gabriel, Cheney, Partey, Xhaka, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Lacazette. Look, you know what? There is no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind that Arsenal could get top four. I don't think they will, but they could. And until the game is over, I'm not going to say they can't. Arsenal in the league sit in this position. They've played 2 games less than Manchester United, and they are 3 points behind them. They've now played the same amount of games as Spurs, and they're level with them, but they've got a much better goal difference. So are Arsenal now potentially one of the favourites for top 4? 2 games in hand on United, 3 points behind them, and they do have United to play at the Emirates coming up pretty soon. These are difficult times for Arsenal. Wolves away is difficult. They've then got Brentford at home. Then they've got Wolves at home. Then they've got Watford away, Leicester at home, Villa away, Palace away. They don't play United till the end of April. Arsenal need to motor. I think if Arsenal want to get top 4, Arsenal have got to win tonight. It's as simple as that. I think now is the time to do it. Oh, we've got a twat in the chat. No mods, so simple. Goldbridge will do it. Didn't see him. Now I did. See you later, knobhead. There we go. Twitch tonight, Mark. Red Dead Bridge. Yeah, I've dropped the link in the chat for Twitch. If you want to give me a follow now so you're reminded later, just go to the link in the video description and press follow. What the fuck has just gone on there? I don't want to update. Schedule install for later. Twat. Oh, I tell you what. Kiss my arse, knobhead. Yeah, Twitch will happen tonight. at probably about sort of 10:30, 11:15. Bit of Red Dead Redemption. I don't know what it's doing now. Don't make me mad. Thanks. Fucking just a joke. My iPad decided it's going to start updating after 10 minutes of being absolutely fine, right before the game starts. Doesn't modern technology make you mad? Right. Sports. BT. There we go. Get back on. Yeah, looking forward to Red Dead tonight. I'm a cowboy. And I'm wanted. Dead or alive. I'm wanted. Dead or alive. So, I'm just setting up the timer. I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I ride. And I'm wanted. Dead or alive. Oh, I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I ride. And I'm wanted. Dead or alive. Classic Bon Jovi. I don't just do that on the entire stream. Right, let's get ready to rumble. I get ready. I get steady. Alright, the clock's going to be based on the Arsenal game, by the way, because that's on the bigger screen. Cowboy. I wake up in the morning and I rest my weary head. I got an old coat for a pillow, and the earth was last night's bed. I don't know where I'm going. I'm not going to stop now. There'll be more of this later on Red Dead Redemption stream on Twitch. Thursday night, late night stream. Even if you just like a chat, join me tonight. I'm cheaper than OnlyFans. Right, both games have kicked off. And I will keep you up to date with both. I'm very good at this, and I need to get into practice for the Champions League. So, I feel like I've dismissed Wolves as well. I feel very rude towards Wolves, because Wolves are playing Spurs at the weekend, and we're going to do a watch-along for that. But actually, if Wolves won both their games in hand, they would be a point ahead of Manchester United. They're 2 points back from Arsenal, but it's a good chance to get a grip on Wolves and see what they're all about as well. So there we go. I think Liverpool will comfortably beat Leicester. I don't know what's going on with Leicester. When you look at Leicester and the league table, they are currently in 12th position with 26 points. I don't think they can get relegated because they've got so many games in hand. Leicester, if they won their games in hand, they could go up to 35 points. You know, they could be 4 points behind United if they won their 3 games in hand. But, yeah, that would be very, very surprising. Anyway, look, let's focus on the game. Mark, I need the timer. No problem. Mark, can you say please hi to my daughter, Amy? She loves the show, says Marcus. Hello to Amy. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm really going to try not to swear now. Mark, if Rooney ever gets a United job, he'd be better walking into a super team where he can't fail like Pep at Barca. I don't want to see my hero get the Ollie treatment. Thoughts, says Andrew. I don't want Rooney as Man United manager. It's never entered my mindset. I don't want Rooney as Manchester United manager. I don't know why. I've checked out of Sentimentality Street. I've paid my bill, and I won't. I've put my review on TripAdvisor. And basically, my stay on Sentimentality Street is like this. Never look back. Just move forward. I don't want ex-Man United players as Man United managers, to be honest. Employ specialism. Rooney's doing well at Derby, yeah. He is. Frank Lampard did well at Derby. Look what happened at Chelsea. Anyway, early corner to Arsenal here. I'm very, very intrigued by the Arsenal-Wolves game, I've got to admit. I don't know which way it's going to go. I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool against Leicester. I'm absolutely nailed on that Liverpool are going to win this game. But Wolves, Arsenal, I'm tempted to say 1-1. Early cross from corner. Early cross from Martinelli from a corner. Imagine if there was a player called Corner. Corner with the corner. I don't think Wolves can get top 4 because they don't score enough goals, but they don't concede goals. Oh, Jimenez. He charged it down well from Cherney, but they've got it. Liverpool all over Leicester as well at the moment. 3 minutes gone. I'm very jealous of people in America at the moment getting ready for the Super Bowl. I wish... it's one of my things to do. I really want to go and watch it. But we will be ready on this channel on Sunday night for a Super Bowl watch-along. You're very welcome to join us. We'll have snacks, drinks, and a Super Bowl experience. And if you missed it last year, don't miss it this year. That's all I'm going to say. Sunday night late on That's Football. I'm also going to do Spurs against Wolves on Sunday afternoon. But Arsenal... look, I'll say this about Arsenal. This is an opportunity. There is an opportunity. There is an opportunity for Arsenal here tonight to really stamp a statement and say, look, we want 4th place. The Spurs side last night completely bottled it. They're not out of the race for top 4, but that's a big opportunity that they've wasted. America, bro, is going to a block party in LA for Super Bowl. I don't know what a block party is, but there we go. Does that mean you bring your own Lego? Build Lego whilst watching the Super Bowl. I'll be live for Red Dead daily by 11 o'clock, definitely tonight. But possibly a little bit earlier, but definitely by 11. Who's Mark going to support in the Super Bowl final? No, I think the Rams will win, but I'm just going to enjoy the game. I'm looking forward to it because I don't really have a preference. Isola says a block is just a square area of a neighbourhood. Oh, I know what you mean now. Don't be cooled by the rocks that I've got. I'm still Jenny from the block. I used to have a little, now I got a lot. Don't forget where I came from. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm down with the American words block. Never back down says, have Chelsea got the best defence but the worst attack in Europe? I don't know. Cherney's drying his ball. Still not throwing it in. Headed away by Wolves. Alt 4 says, where are you in Red Dead Redemption? Well, tune in tonight to find out. Mark, your thoughts on... I don't know, Tuchel winning a trophy on Saturday. That would be 3 in a year for him, says Tuchel. I think that if you're a Chelsea fan, winning that trophy is probably quite nice, isn't it? Like you say, it'd be his 3rd trophy in 18 months. So, you know, respect it. But I don't know whether that's enough for Chelsea this season. Were there a lot of American culture such as TV shows, music, food, sports when you were growing up in the UK? Thanks, says Hey Hey. Yeah. Saved by the Bell. Oh, okay, that could have been a goal. Lovely cross, Thomas Partey. It's not a cross by Thomas Partey, it's a cross by Wolves. And It very nearly found its way to Jimenez. And Thomas Partey actually gets a bit lucky. He tries to stop it. It goes off his knee, and it wasn't actually Jimenez. It hits the arm of Dendoncker. Yeah, when I was growing up, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Saved by the Bell. There's quite a few American things. Mark Barnacle says, "Get well soon, Mark." I didn't know I was ill. Do you know something I don't know? Evening, Mark. Hope you're well. Better game so far. I am well. Yes, Ash. Thank you. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, and please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, on the road to 614k. I've got a new video tomorrow coming out that I filmed today, by the way. Baywatch, yeah. Baywatch was a good one from when we were kids. Knight Rider, Airwolf. Yeah, all the American programs are coming out now. Firmino's last goal was 2020, says Brandon at Anfield. I'm sure that's like an echo. I think you told us that last time, didn't you? How you doing, Mark? Says Hugo. I'm alright. Late night Twitch streaming tonight. If you want to tune in on Twitch, I've left the link in the video description. Just click it and give us a follow, and then you'll get the notification. I'll definitely be live by 11. Red Dead Redemption. It's picturesque, and it's got good missions. Hey, Mark. Love the watch-alongs. Get well soon, says CXO. Thanks, pal. It's going to be a theme tonight, I think. What I would say about Wolves is they're not Southampton. They're a little bit... Well, they're well organised, aren't they? Wolves have always been well organised Portuguese sides for the last few years. Not a bad start by Arsenal. I mean, it's an equal game so far. I mean, I've said I think it will be a draw anyway, so quite an equal game. Wolves were very impressive when they came to Old Trafford a few weeks ago, actually. They beat us 1-0 and they played very, very well. Mancunian Cracker says, Twitch, is that a porn site for birds? Liverpool have had 63% possession in the first 10 minutes at Anfield. Not scored yet. When's the Rooney documentary out? I will watch it. I just don't know when it's out. I could actually do a watch along for that if you have Twitch and Amazon Prime, because you can do. You're actually legally allowed to do watch alongs of things that are on Prime on Twitch. Louis Diaz is still adapting, says Sherman. He's on the ball here, actually. Does his job. Put a cross in. How are you today, Mark? Says Sergio. I'm good. I've been up to Manchester, up early. Went up to Manchester, did the morning show. And then back this afternoon. And then live this evening with you good people. Watching a couple of matches. Let's hope they liked. Malp says Wolves are going to win this. You know what? Having watched Spurs last night, I think, whilst I think United will drop points, I don't think we're going to drop as many points as Spurs and Arsenal and Wolves and West Ham. I think there's so many difficult games for them, and they're not actually at the level that's needed to be consistent. You know, if you're Wolves and you're playing Leicester, that's not an easy game. If you're Arsenal and you're playing Villa, that's not an easy game. If you're Spurs and you're playing Palace, that's not an easy game. You know, if you're West Ham and you're playing... I'm trying to think of someone else now. Everton or Leeds, they're not bankers, are they? And I think United probably will win more than the rest of them. We should do anyway with the players that we've got. Leicester on the attack here, and Liverpool bring it away. Yeah, I agree with JG. It's not like United are picking up points anyway, but we're predicting who's going to get fourth. I just predict United will pick up more wins than the others. But as I said, tonight is quite a big game, because if Arsenal were to win this, I'd be very impressed. Good player, Podence. He's a bit like an Aldi Hazard, isn't he? He's got that sort of body movement. Should be a booking for Ben White, this. Very late. Surprised he's not booked him. Konza says, do you think Burnley will escape relegation? I don't. Because I think they're going to struggle to score goals, mate. Would I take Ben White over Maguire, Keenan? Yeah, at the moment. Yeah. March will be a difficult month for United, says Loyal. Yeah, but you know what? United do tend to do quite well when our backs are up against the wall. I know we've got Liverpool, Man City and Spurs, but we'd probably beat Spurs. How long until Newcastle start making top four, says Andrew? I don't see it being next year. And I think it'll be a couple of years. Super Bowl watch-along. Love from New York City. Let's go Jets, says Nicholas. Yes, there is. Happy birthday, Mount. Get well soon, says James. Thanks, pal. I can't wait for the Super Bowl watch-along as well, Thick. I'm going to do late night streaming tonight for Red Dead, and then the next 2 nights I'm going to get some good sleep. So I'm ready for Sunday night into Monday morning. Shamone. I do think Wolves have got a good squad, though. I was talking about this last night. It's not a terrible squad for Wolves. Oh, good block. Podence. Martinelli away with it, though. Good run by Martinelli. He might have to go all the way here. Nah, he's messed that up. There's no pass there. Who's going to win the World Cup? Says Daly. I've got no idea. I mean, I am looking forward to the World Cup. The World Cup is a fantastic tournament. It's just a shame it's at Christmas. Although, I was speaking to somebody today who does the printing for women's football kits. Don't know whether you know this, but women's football kits have got a different font to men's. And so I was chatting to her today in Manchester, and she was telling me about the Euros. It's the women's Euros this summer, and I was saying, to be honest, that's going to be really good for women's football, because England are playing at Old Trafford. I think the finals at Wembley, and there's no other summer football tournament, so there we go. I'll be giving that a watch. Might even do some watch-alongs. Hi Mark, Newcastle fan here. What did you make of our game 2 days ago, and do you think we can stay up? I think you will stay up, Robin. Yeah, I think you will stay up, and I still haven't watched the goals from that game, so I'm going to be honest, I haven't, but I do think Newcastle will stay up now. Did you see Garincho's goal for the under-18s, like a Dan James that can finish it too, says George. Yeah, very good result for them, George, and some really good talent there. I've got to be honest, when it comes to Manchester United youth players, I'm not going to get massively optimistic, because obviously one of the greatest players we've brought from our youth in a long time is potentially not going to play for us again. So, look, I just want, if you are a youth player out there for any club, please surround yourself with the right people and not the wrong people. And please don't think you're invincible and can treat people like shit. You know, you're in a privileged position. Act responsibly and value the people around you that say no and actually give you good advice. Not the people who just want you to say yes to everything because they want to make money off you. Portugal and Italy in the qualifiers is a farce, says Thickskin. I know we've got some big games at the end of March. We'll be doing watch-alongs for that. Portugal against Italy, if it happens, which I think it will, for a place in the World Cup, is going to be huge. Absolutely huge. Paul Ince is back on the United stand tomorrow, Krishna. Yeah. I need to watch the Trippier goal, says Robin. I'll take a look. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. I don't know what we're doing for subscribers at the moment. But 0-0 in both games at the moment. I actually would have fancied Liverpool to have scored by now. I'd say Wolves are having the best of it against Arsenal so far. We're 500 away from 614,000. So please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Get ready for Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. Thanks for streaming tonight again, Mark, says Logan. No, mate. I mean, I wanted to watch this game, to be fair. I did want to. So... thanks everyone for tuning in. Schmeichel's just tipped it over the bar from a Liverpool shops. I just can't see Leicester getting anything here tonight. Where's Almada, Mark? Corner to Liverpool, headed away. United Southampton on Saturday lunchtime. That'll be on United Stand. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Do you like my name? I do like your name, mate. And guess what? It's coming out at the end of May. We're spoilt with programmes this year. We've had so many good TV series, haven't we? Ozark's already been out. We've had Cobra Kai. We've got Obi-Wan coming in May. Ozark second part coming in May. Is the Amazon Prime Lord of the Rings coming out in September? I think Game of Thrones new series is coming out this year as well. Do boxing watch-along, says Steve. I do boxing watch-alongs and I do like boxing, but I only do it if it's a fight I want to watch. When is the Rooney doc, Matt Hancock's? Don't know when it's coming out. Jurassic World's coming as well, says Mehdi, if you like dinosaurs. Reacher's very good as well, says Buster. The Boys Season 3, says 3 Styles. I didn't like Book of Boba Fett much, to be honest, Afif. It was okay. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Crown Season 5 is coming out this year too. Alright, KB 7. Might not be to everyone's taste. Rooney Doc's out tomorrow. Okay. Batman, there's some good films to come out as well. Downton Abbey. Arsenal Amazon Prime doc coming out as well, Andrew C. That will be funny, actually. Although it could be quite good. You know that Amazon Prime doc, it got absolutely rinsed. And I'm sure there might be some Arsenal fans watching. That Amazon Prime documentary could actually be one of their best ever, because if you think about it, when they said they were doing it, it got ridiculed because, you know, it was at the start of the season and everyone was like, Arsenal are Arsenal and there's no way they're going to get top 4 and they're not even in Europe, it's going to be absolutely crap. But imagine if Arsenal did get top 4. That Amazon Prime doc would be really interesting. They nearly scored there. Probably should have scored. Ben White, edge of the box, comes back to him and he hits it straight into a Wolves defender. Elliot Mitchell, thanks for the super chat. Peaky Blinders is coming out as well. There's so many good TV series coming out at the moment. And somebody said to me, why is it happening like this? And I said, well, basically because they're in lockdown, weren't they, for 9 months. And everyone came out of lockdown and started filming again. So instead of the normal, one's out, instead of an even spread, everyone started refilming again at the same time and writing. So we're going to get loads of good TV. Does anyone know when the Stranger Things is coming out as well? Does anyone know when the Game of Thrones series is coming out? I think that is this year. The problem a lot of them have got is coming out at the same time as something else. Peaky fucking blinders, says Chino. Tommy! Last Kingdom Season 5 is next month as well. Yeah, it's like every month there's so much good stuff. I'm all for it. If you get this, I'll give you a point. Get, tell me the song. No, it's not I'm Blinded by the Lights. It's off Snatch. Mark Benson, you're right. Does anyone know the song? I'll be disappointed if no one knows the song. It's really just music. It's called... It's in Snatch. It is in Snatch. Yes, give that man a clap. It's Jack Gibbs. It's Fucking in the Bushes by Oasis. Go and listen to it. Alexa, play Fucking in the Bushes by Oasis. If that kicks in your house, I've just made your evening. It's a cracking song. It's a cracking song. Oh, I'm going to listen to it after this. I'd listen to it now if I didn't get done for copyright. Good crossing by Arsenal and Lacazette. You know, the lack of a number 9. Lacazette, lack of a number 9 might do it. Obi-Wan Kenobi's in May. TalkSport have it on their sports bar. Oh, get in the bin. What's that Pratt who used to do TalkSport? What was his name? I think he does Drive now. Goldstein. He's just an Aldi Goldbridge, basically. That's why he gets jealous. He actually went on Twitter and called me a Forest fan. As a presenter on a mainstream media outlet, he called me a Forest fan. I mean, I don't mind people calling me that! It's a goal for Arsenal. It's Gabriel. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have dreams. You know you got to be strong. You've got to search. No, that's them people. Gabriel has scored. And it is 1-0 to Arsenal. Wolves are moaning. But Michael Oliver's given it. It's a big goal for Arsenal, this. It's a big goal for Arsenal. Do you hear what I'm saying? Gotta say how I feel. I know you want me now, and I know that you're real. Dreams can come true. Arsenal are winning. Gabriel is the scorer. I'm just... I don't know whether this could get chalked off again. Lacazette goes in on the keeper. I'll put the goal in, but it might not get given. Let's have a look. Cross comes in. Lacazette. No, you've got to give the goal there. Even as somebody who doesn't want Arsenal to win, you've got to give the goal because the keeper spills it before Lacazette gets near him. Marseille, Arteta out. Arteta out, Igor. Arteta out. Gabriel. They're looking at VAR, but I, to be fair, think that should be a goal. I don't know whether Connor Cody got injured by anything. He's hurt his mouth. Liverpool nearly just scored. Cross coming into the back post. And lovely cross by Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Andy Robertson nearly getting on the end of it. And it hits his back on the post. Oof. That's going to hurt a bit. It is a goal, by the way. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. Arteta in. Arteta in. I said Arteta in, not Arteta out. Put the T-shirts away. Arteta in. Arteta in. We're in, out. Everybody out. Shake it all about. Arteta out. Arteta in. Well, I tell you what, this would be a very impressive result for Arsenal if they can do it. They've defensively been a lot better under Arteta, so they've got the goal. Let's wait and see. Manuel says it's... How's that not a foul, Mark? I've got to say, this is the most neutral thing I've ever said. I don't think it was a foul. I think it should have been a goal, because I think the keeper spilt it. You know when you pick up a cup of tea and there's too much tea in it, it spills? That's your fault. You put too much tea in. He spilt that ball. Hey there, Mark. Have you seen the Wolf Creek movies and series? Says Justin. Nope. I haven't. Should I? Horror, apparently. Mark, you've got me playing Standing on the Shoulder of Giants while I listen to you and watch the game. Multitasking nightmare, says Nick P. I'm telling you, that song by Oasis is bloody brilliant. It really is. Daka's just hurt his back. Daka in the backer from Trent. So, we've got a goal at least in one of these games, and it's from Arsenal. You know why I don't think Arsenal get top four? I just don't think they've got the depth. Don't think Lacazette's good enough up front. And I just think they made a massive mistake by not buying a couple of players. But look, I might get proved wrong. But I look at Arsenal's bench and Smith Rowe is there, good player. Holding, Pepe, Tavares, Lokonga, El Nini, Nketiah. I just don't think they've got a good enough bench. But then again, they're not in Europe, so if they can manage his squad, and they're not in any cup, they've only got Premier League games. So, Mark, have you heard about the Last of Us TV show? Says Kush. No, I haven't. Meant to be a good computer game. IKY says I love listening to you while playing FIFA. It's relaxing. There you go. Leicester still 0-0 against Liverpool here. Liverpool need to keep... there's one thing we don't really look at. Wolves have got a corner. Let me just see what happens here. Podence takes it. Headed away. He's having a good game, Gabriel. He's got a goal and he's defending well. In relation to the Premier League, Liverpool have got one game in hand over Man City. That's as it stands, surely. Yeah. Arsenal would actually go above United if they win because they've got a better goal difference and they'd have a game in hand. Yeah, Liverpool, if they win this, they'd go up to 51 points. They'd have a game in hand which could give them 54 points. They'd be 6 points off Man City. But they've got to play Man City. So technically, Liverpool, if they win the game in hand, win tonight and win against Man City, they'd be 3 points behind City. That's what Liverpool need to do. It's a big ask, but it's not as big as you think. It's not Kim Kardashian. TUSFC's tomorrow, yes, Oscar. I've missed it, don't worry. I need to get back on the horse. Got some exciting things to do at half time. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. A bit of an interactive half time. That's all I'm going to say. Get your thinking caps on. Who do I think is going to win the Champions League? I need to see Bayern Munich to make my mind up. Karma Police. I've given all I can. Alexa, play Karma Police by the Radiohead. I'm not saying Glazers and the opposite word of out, Everton fan. Not a bloody idiot. Wolves have done quite well, but yellow card here for Partey. Trincao skinned him and he took him down. Yeah, it's a silly yellow card, really, because... Slow Sports News, says Buttrint. Yeah, you've got to give me some Slow Sports News. You can't just say Slow Sports News. Jim White, yellow tie, Audi driver, crunchy nut cornflakes. Slow Sports News, but I haven't got any. Slow Sports News. Spurs won't get top 4. Mark, looking at all squads in Premier League, it pains me to see how we are so underperforming. I feel even Ronaldo has succumbed to the culture. Says Cigar. You're right. Corner for Liverpool here. If you look at the two squads, United should be finishing above Arsenal. So it would be a massive... I'd almost consider building a statue for Arteta if they get top 4. Not me personally. Imagine that. Late May, I'm outside the Emirates, bloody forging bronze with making Arteta statue. Oh, what a bit of defending that was. Oh, I hate that type of defending, though. Xhaka heads it away and they're giving each other high fives. It's a goal for Liverpool. It's finally happened. They've got the goal. And it's Jota. Jota with the shotter. And Liverpool 1-0 up. Let's have a look if there's any... well, it's from the corner. Yeah, there's no VAR here. Van Dijk with the header. Yeah, it's a good goal. It's a good goal. It's a poacher's goal. Van Dijk wins the header, heads it towards the goal. Schmeichel palms it out, and then Jota's there to just smash it home. And 1-0 to Liverpool. So we've got goals going in now. Jack says it's been a bad year for the Premier League footballers. You have the Mason Greenwood incident and now Kurt Zouma, says Jack. Mendy at Man City. Sigurdsson at Everton. There's a few, mate. It's been a bad year for football. As I said, surround yourself with people who dare to say no to you and teach you proper responsibilities, and don't think that you're invincible, basically. That's my lesson to any young footballer. Suggested topic for half-time. 5 best free kick takers in the Premier League. I like it, Matteo. It's a very good one. We will do that. It's a very subjective one, though, that, because it's not necessarily about who scores, is it? I suppose it is, but I can think of 2 or 3. What do you think about Grealish, says Robert? I presume we're talking about his personality off the piss. Off. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean I think Grealish is out on the piss all the time. I've got no knowledge about that. I don't know. If he is, Man City handle it well. Hugo, it says, are you into NFTs, Mark? No. Mainly because I don't really understand what they're all about, and all I keep seeing is Pratt ex-players selling silly NFTs, and I just think it just comes across as a real big con. Good header by Jimenez straight at Ramsdale. They're probably legit, and if you're into it, well done. I don't understand them very much, and I just get pissed off with people on Twitter, ex-players, going, buy this, and I know these ex-players couldn't bloody probably tie their own shoelaces, so it makes me think, is it a con? You know, if it was credible people actually promoting it, I'd probably think, oh, that's interesting, but, you know, John Terry and certain other players doing it make me think, I wouldn't trust them with a can of mushy peas. To be fair, the 2 ex-England centre-backs who are advertising NFTs, just check front page headlines over the last 15 years about whether you'd trust them. That's all I'd say. Maybe they've grown up a bit. Mark, Ronaldo is the problem. Okay. But But to be honest, I don't really know enough about them to tell people or say anything about it, so I'll keep my gob shut. Celebrities do seem to have a monopoly on them, though, with their private markets. Neto's injured, thick skin. He's a good player, but he's been injured for most of the season. Neto, I don't think he's played a game this season, has he? I think he's back next month. But even when he's back, it's a long injury, so I wouldn't really be expecting much from him if you're a Wolves fan. Who is most likely to get relegated? Burnley, Watford and Norwich at the moment. Marcel, or however you pronounce it, he's down injured at the moment. Stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. It's alright, that's good stretching. From now on, when I have a stretch, I will do a Liam Gallagher impression as well. Slide away. I can't do anybody impressions at the moment because I've got a really sore throat at the back. Now that you're mine, we'll find a way of chasing the sun. Come on! I can't do it. My back of my throat is gone at the moment. It doesn't even hurt. It's just my voice has lost its tone at the back. It's lost its depth. Neto's brilliant for TUSFC. Could do better. Do better, right? I'm looking forward to that a bit tonight. Anyway, join me on Twitch tonight. Links in the chat. Give me a follow. Join me tonight. Bit of Red Dead, bit of chat. Just chill. Thursday night. It's almost the weekend. We need to get a little bit used to staying up late because it's Super Bowl Watchalong on Sunday night. On this channel. Can't wait. Type in Hayes on YouTube. He has a great video explaining how much NFTs are just a fad, says Jay Piggott. I don't want it to turn into an NFT chat because some people are very passionate about it, and I don't like to knock people who are enthusiastic and passionate about something. It's a bit like cryptocurrency, isn't it? I don't really get involved in that. I've got a few that I got years ago that I've just left the money in, and I'll leave it at that. But some people are very passionate about it. There's Discord groups, there's Reddits. I'm not getting involved. As long as you've got a passion that's legal, that's fine. Someone says metaverse. I don't really know what metaverse is all about. Crossed by Cedric Corner. Metaverse can be defined as a simulated digital environment that uses augmented reality and blockchain, along with concepts from social media to create spaces for rich user interaction mimicking the real world. Fucking hell. So is it basically just like playing Afterlife? Not Afterlife. Is it a bit like playing Minecraft with real stuff in it? Where's the world going to, people? We're all going to get up in the morning and put a bloody VR cap on soon, aren't we? And everything's just going to be done in a VR world, and we're going to turn into big fat slugs with no arms and no feet, and we're just going to put these things on and dribble all day, living a life that we could live in real life. Stand by me. Oh, good shot by Wolves there. There's a bit of a talk of a pen, but Mark, what's your body count? I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what you're on about, 2Cal. Go on, obsess about Tuchel. Anyway, we're only 3 minutes away from half-time in both these games. 1-0 to Liverpool, 1-0 to Arsenal. Deservedly so in both. I'd say the Arsenal-Liverpool game is a lot closer. Saka's done really well here. Gets it back. Oh, that would have been a great goal. That would have been a great goal. Saka does really well. 1-2s it with Odegaard and then crosses it to Lacazette. I tell you what, it would have been a really good goal, this. I know I've already said that, but it would have been. It was lovely between Odegaard and Saka, and Lacazette, really. You need a better striker. You need a better striker there. Liverpool are so fun to watch. Hurts to say this is a United fan, says Clinton. Top 5 free kick takers. We'll talk about that at half time. Made a meal and threw it up on Sunday. I've got a lot of things to learn. Maybe you and I will not believe in the things we find behind the door. So what's the matter with you? Sing me something new. Mark, what are your opinions of Rooney saying Ed Woodward has done a good job, says Quake. Probably looking for a job. Probably liked him, made him a lot of money. I don't know. Tell you what my answer to that is, stop treating footballers like they're clever. Stop treating footballers like idols. Appreciate what they did with their feet. I don't respect what they say with their mouth. If they say something good, well done. But I don't hang on every word. Ed Woodward's one of the worst things to happen to Manchester United. If Wayne Rooney's saying he's done a good job, he's probably a mate. He probably sorted him out with a good contract. I don't know. 2 + 2 is 4 a lot of the time. Did Rooney play for United under Woodward? Yes. Did he get a good contract out of him? Yes. Is that probably a reason why he likes him? Maybe. Did he do a good job at United? Obviously not. 2 + 2 is 4. 2 + 2 is 4. I think Liverpool will be getting the second goal soon. I'll tell you what, if Arsenal win this game, I'm going to say it right here, right now. If Arsenal win this game, it'll be huge for them and their season. They will get so excited. They will get so positive. They'll think they can win the league. Never mind top 4. Goldbridge TV video is coming out. Oh, Goldbridge TV video. Boring Panda, not now. Oh, free kick on the edge of the box. Xhaka picks up another yellow card. Right on half time here. Well, you know what Xhaka's mistake there is. That's crap defending. I mean, look at him. It's just crap defending, that is. I mean, he's infuriating when he does that, Xhaka. One, he's let the ball bounce. And second of all, he's pulling his shirts. He's an idiot. I heard rumours that Arsenal are aiming for Tevez and Isaac in the summer window. Do you reckon Man United should claim these players before Arsenal do? Says Killen. Tevez? Tevez? I don't know about that, Killen. Free kick goes wide from Wolves. Body count is how many women you've slept with. Oh yeah, I'd love to have that chat live in front of 9,000 people, Jonesy. Yeah. Look, it's about respect. I've just told you, if I was a young footballer, I would advise them to respect people, surround yourself with people who actually speak to you honestly and aren't just there to make money off you, and remember that you're not invincible. And one of the principles of that is don't brag about how many people you've slept with, because that just objectifies them and makes you come across as a knob, which is probably what a lot of footballers do. I, personally, am very happy with my requests, but also respectful of them. Even with the relationships that broke down and ended badly, I still respect those times. Respect. I might not look back on them as great performances, but, you know, what do they say in football? You know, a win's a win. A win's a win, even when you're playing badly. I've had plenty of... oh no, just enough. Half-time, 1-0 to Liverpool. It's not half-time here yet. It is now half-time, 1-0 to Arsenal, 1-0 to Liverpool. Good games. And I tell you what, I did predict 1-1 in the Arsenal-Wolves game, and I predicted 3-1 in the Liverpool-Leicester game. So it's alive. The opportunity is alive. Right, it's half-time. Not a lot to discuss, really. Impressive from Arsenal. I think the Arsenal-Wolves game's been quite tight. Obviously, Liverpool have been more dominant against Leicester. But keep your eye on the Wolves game second half. That game's probably still got more in it. But we're going to do top 5 free kick penalty takers infiltrated by something a little bit new. Remember, I normally say either or. Either or is where you pick one or the other. So we're going to start off with you doing either or. I always get asked either or, and you're going to get asked either or today. So I'm going to start off with a nice easy one. We're going to start off with, let me think. I'm going to give you a nice good either or here. You can vote in the live chat basically, so make sure you're commenting. Give us a subscribe bottom right hand corner. So either or, here we go. Either or, it's Chilwell or Shaw. There we go. While I think of another one. Top 5 free kick takers while we're thinking about that. Well, I think you've got to put Ward-Prowse in there. You've got to put De Bruyne in there. I wouldn't actually put Bruno in there at the moment. I think he's a good free kick taker, but it's disappeared. I don't really massively rate him as a right back, but I think Kieran Trippier is a good free kick taker. Payet does not play in the Premier League anymore. So yeah, I would put Trent Alexander-Arnold in there as well. So what we got? We've got Trent, Ward-Prowse, De Bruyne, probably Trippier in there as well. There are others. Premier League current free kick takers. Ooh, I tell you what, I've not seen enough of Odegaard. Some people are saying Odegaard. Mahrez can take a free kick, can't he? Trying to think. Liverpool obviously got Trent. United's not doing so well. De Bruyne. Chelsea. Who takes Chelsea's free kicks? Not really seeing them score many free kicks, to be fair. Ronaldo's not great at free kicks. Ronaldo's free kicks are a bit of a myth. It's a bit like Roberto Carlos. Ronaldo can score a worldie, but he misses a lot more than he takes. Christian Eriksen, probably, now back in it. Alonso's not bad. Let me just give you the scores. Chilwell is winning by 59% to 41. So we'll end that poll. Either or, Chilwell. Keep coming in with the free kicks. I'll give you another either or in the chat. Either or. You're going to love this one. I think I know who's going to win. Ask your community. Either or, Messi or Ronaldo. Get voting. Neves, Maddison. Juan Mata doesn't really take free kicks anymore because he doesn't even start. Digne, good shout. I'm struggling for top 5, but I would definitely... Coutinho's probably very good as well. I think Coutinho's a very good shout. I would say Trent Alexander-Arnold's in there. Ward-Prowse is in there. De Bruyne is in there. I'd say you've probably got to put Coutinho in there as well. And then it's about the 5th place one. And to be fair, Trippier is pretty good at free kicks. So I think that, that would probably be my top 5. In what order, I don't really know. I'll do a top 3 order. I think I'd put Ward-Prowse at 3. It's tough. I think it's a really tough battle between De Bruyne and Trent Alexander-Arnold for top two, for the best free kick taker. I think Ward-Prowse is fantastic with the dead ball. I think he's good with not. But we've had 3,000 votes now. Messi is 55%. Ronaldo is 45%. I'm enjoying this. We'll do another one. Let me think. I need to end that poll. Okay. Can't have two at the same time. So next, either or for you to get involved in. I'm creating the poll now. Either or. I'm trying to think of a good. Here we go. This is a good one. I'm diverse because I'm including centre backs. Van Dijk or Diaz? Who is the best centre back? Either or. Van Dijk or Diaz. Choose your favourite. And I'm trying to think of another one now. I want to look at... Oh, yes. I've got one. It's going to be controversial. Ward-Prowse should be first, says Concave. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 200 away from 614,000. So please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. And make sure you smash a like. Remember, we're doing our Super Bowl watch-along on this channel. So subscribe. Sunday night, we will be here. Make sure you subscribe. Get your notification. You're very, very welcome. Thank you very much. We are doing well. Right. Van Dijk has smashed Diaz. Not in the way you might think, but in a footballing sense. 76% have gone with him. My next one I'm going to stick with. I've mentioned this before, so I'm just interested to see what you think. Marcus Rashford or Harvey Barnes? Now, I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how it's going to go. If you'd have asked this question 18 months ago, Rashford would have won it easily. 18 months later, is Rashford still comfortably better than Harvey Barnes? Or is his drop-off, does Harvey Barnes offer more? Puts more crosses into the box, more of a conventional winger. But Rashford's got that ability to shoot and score. Who is better, Rashford or Harvey Barnes? Harry Clark. I would have said if we'd done this 18 months ago, Rashford would have been around 80%. Let me think of another one. Lesnide says that there's not much between them. The next one's going to blow people's minds. It really is. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Rashford just. Okay. 3,500 votes. Rashford wins it by 52% to 48%. It's our closest one yet. This one will be controversial, but it's going to be, if you know, you know. If you know, you know with this one. You've really got to be a Twitch follower. Link in the video description. And you've really got to, you've got to be a TUSFC massive ultra. It's there. It's the question. It's the best one of all. It's Goldbridge against Kent for the TUSFC massive. Who is the better striker? Who's more important to TUSFC? Is it the youngster Kent or is it Goldbridge, the man who's been there from the very start? Remember, the man who was there up front in the Championship, the man who was there from the start. Where's loyalty in football? Where's the votes for Goldbridge? I'm going to do a real one next. Let me think. Okay, I feel that we should do somebody in that position. Yes. Okay. Yes, I've got it. It's a good one. I'm not going to do all... The thing about That's Football is everybody's welcome, and we like to have the deeper discussion. So we don't just go for Messi against Ronaldo. We go for something a little bit different here. Goldbridge has won by 56%. Get in the bin, Kent. He's still the old fox. Goldbridge, end the poll. So Goldbridge wins it. If you want to watch our TUSFC, we have the highlights on here. It's on Twitch as well. Live at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Right, this one is going to be a good one. It's my favourite position in football. I think it's the most underrated position in football. And I think these two are two of the best in the Premier League. And I want to know who you think's better. It's the CDM. It's the Allison or Edison, says Gaz. I could do that one. It's the CDM position. It's Fabinho against Rodri, Harry Kane or Lukaku. You're having a laugh. I'm not doing ones where it's going to be a landslide, Jack. I like it to be close. So Fabinho or Rodri. You gotta roll with it. You gotta take your time. It's all a part. I'm doing it because I have to stretch every now and again, and we figured out that me doing Liam Gallagher's a really good stretching movement. It's close. This one. It's close. Jorginho's better, says Bilal. I'm enjoying this. It's a very active. You see what I'm doing? I'm getting you all involved. It's great. I'm loving this. Smash a like if you're loving it. So we've had 3,500 votes. It's close, but it's not close enough. It's Fabinho with 59% of the vote. I would agree with you on that one. I'm actually not telling you whether I'd agree or not. Okay, people asked for this one, so I'm going to do it. Get ready. EastEnders or Coronation Street? Let me know in the chat. Is it EastEnders or is it Coronation Street? Modric or Iniesta? I know what I am going to do. I know what I am going to do. I know what the next one's going to be. Maldini or Vidic? Ash. I know what I'm going to do. It'd be wasted not to do this. Thoughts on Jacob Ramsey? Villa fan. Think they will keep hold of him coming through the onside. Villa uprising. Villa very rich owners who aren't shy. I think they will keep hold of him, HH Gaming, and I think he's a fantastic player. I was very impressed with him last night, but I was very impressed with him in the 2 back-to-back games he played against United. Really good player, fantastic future, very excited to see how he grows. And the great thing about Villa is, you're right, they've got money, they've got ambition, and they won't sell him for unless it's something ridiculous. They didn't want to sell Grealish, and they basically put a release clause that they thought no one would pay. So if you did end up selling Ramsey, there's going to be an offer they can't refuse. Kimmich or Kante, says Ronick. Right, EastEnders has beaten Coronation Street. The Southerners have beaten the Northerners. I don't know about that. You're going to love this next one as well. It's going to be a 3-way. We all love a threesome. Either or. It's going to be. You know what it's going to be. You know what it's going to be before it hits. You know it's coming in as he types in the third name. Gerrard, ask your community, who's the best? Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, get on the chat, get your vote in. Who's it going to be? It's the answer. It's the question of the nation. It's been asked so many times. Who is best? Is it Scholes? Is it Gerrard? Or is it Lampard? Let me know in the chat. Get your votes in. What else are we going to do? Can you do Thomas Muller or De Bruyne? Boo, boring, Swift. That's a bit boring. I'm trying to think. You've got to keep the momentum going now. You've dropped the ball. That's Muller or De Bruyne. De Bruyne's clear. I tell you what. It's going to be a shock here. You better get your votes in. Oh, it's close. It's close. It's close. Shall I end the poll? Shall I end the poll? I should end the poll. As a United fan, I should end the poll. I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to end the poll. He's going to end the poll. He's going to end the poll. 4,000 votes, 5,000 votes. He's going to end it. I'm going to keep it going. Lukaku, Vardy or Tony, says Jack. I'm going to do a striker one, don't worry. We've never had so many votes. We've never had so many votes on this. So many votes. I'm going to keep it going because, you know, it needs to go mainstream. We've had nearly 5,000 votes. It's not getting closer. The gap's getting bigger. Oh my God. It's getting bigger here. Oh, that's what she said. It's getting bigger. I told you I should be a radio host. Get me on the bloody radio. I'll get your numbers up. 5,200 votes. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's gone at 5,300. It was Scholes with 43% of the vote, Gerrard 37% and Lampard 19%. It was close between Scholes and Gerrard. It got really close. It got 42 to 39%. Lampard disrespected. Right, we're going to do striker here, either or. I'm going to go Kane. He's going to lose that. It's hard. It's hard. I'm trying to think. Oh. It's really difficult. I can't think of a striker to put up against Harry Kane because if I say Lewandowski will win. Okay. Here's one. Obviously Ronaldo's better, but who would you rather have up front? Ronaldo or Kane? Who would you rather have up front? Because you might be a Liverpool fan, you might be an Arsenal fan, you might be a Barcelona fan. If you had the choice between those two people to finish your season right here, right now, who would you go for? Ronaldo or Kane? I Well, Harshet says it's a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised. Some people would go for Kane, I reckon. I do. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I need to think of another one. Yeah, I've got a good one. Yeah, I've got a good one here. I've got a good one, and it's another thinking person's one. Because I wouldn't go for the popularist choice here. I'm nearly tempted to do a foursome. Players are coming out. I need to do it quick. Ronaldo won by 66% to 34%. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a three-way. Add an option. It's a three-way. It's a threesome again. Get excited. The last threesome was brilliant. Last one before we start. Who would you take for your club? Mbappe, Neymar, or Haaland? Up to you. Three-way City. Not about who's the best. Well, yeah. Who would be best for your club? Who would you take? Second half's kicked off in Arsenal and at Leicester. I think that's one of the best half times we've ever had. Come on. Give me some love. Give me some skin. High five, everyone. That was a bloody brilliant half time. Interactive. That's what we do. We're an interactive channel. Please subscribe. We're only 200 away from 614,000. Super Bowl's coming up on Sunday. I'm going to do that was a bit of a rehearsal for Super Bowl, because on the Super Bowl I'm not just going to do football. I'm going to do like Doritos against Walkers and stuff like that. It's a 4-hour stream. That was great content, says Leedy. It was very good. Right, Mbappe got 34%. Neymar only got 12%. And Haaland got 54%. I've got to be honest, I'd take Mbappe. So, fair play. I always like it when people do it different. Who's the best English player that never played for England in their whole careers, says Xavier Brown. Bloody hell, I don't know. Good question. Probably me. Ten Hag or Poch? Ten Hag, Alan, 100%. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a bit of old Red Dead Redemption tonight. Tune in. Links in the video description will be on Twitch. You're very welcome. You should do TOS NFTs. Best one would cost a fortune, says Curty B. I've got no idea how they work in the first place, so... Harry, thanks for the super chat. So, 45 minutes, Arsenal are away from a very, very good result here. They actually play Wolves again in 2 games' time. They've got Brentford at home, then they've got Wolves rearranged after that. So, I mean, if Arsenal could take 6 points from Wolves, I think Arsenal are dangerous. I don't think even Arsenal fans think they can get top 4. So I don't think it's ridiculous of me to say I just don't think Arsenal will get top 4, but they have got no cup competitions to worry about. So every Premier League game, they should be fresh and treat it like a cup final. Zidane or Xavi, and why? Says Hamza. It's easy for me. It's Zidane. He's one of the best players who's played in my lifetime. He was a fantastic player, very physical, but brilliant dribbler and superb control. I think Xavi was great, but I just think Zidane was a better player. Mark, need your advice. Thoughts on living in Worsley, says Ash. I don't even know where it is, mate. Neymar, third best player from our generation, says Jesus or Jesus. And Watsu, I'm not going to do that. Will Hester, I'm not going to do jokes about cats. And how was Diaz tonight, says Victor. He's been all right. I must admit, I've not been keeping my eye on the the Liverpool game as much as I've been keeping my eye on the Arsenal game. But free kick to Leicester here, edge of the box. Firmino should be getting booked for that. Yeah, he has booked him. I got a tickly nose. I got a tickly throat as well. Dan, I think you're spot on here. The Poch stories are part of a testing scheme by United board. They want to see how the fans feel after the backlash. I don't think they'll go for him, to be honest. I actually agree with you about that, Dan. I do. I do. I think that was such a weird combined leak. Basically, if you don't know what happened, if you're not a United fan, last night at about 10:30, we had 3 separate journalists from 3 separate outlets all saying that the players want Poch. That won't happen from a player, because a player's not going to be leaking to 3 different journalists. So it felt like it came from the club. And I just feel, why would the club want to talk about Poch? The club's always got an angle, and I thought the same tonight. I was thinking, I wonder if it's just a test the water thing. Look at Lacazette dive in there. He treats this bloody pitch like a swimming pool. Sponsored by Speedo. But you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind the club doing it as long as Rangnick was aware of it, because it does undermine Rangnick a bit. But ultimately, if it makes them not go for Poch, good. Because I don't think many United fans want Pochettino, do they? And they've got to get it right. Next goal's key in both games, really. Liverpool get the second goal, it's definitely over. Arsenal get the second goal, and they've got a massive hand on 3 points. In their prime, who would you put in the current Man United squad? Xavi or Iniesta, says James. I mean, look, I'm probably going to do them a misservice here, but I really found it hard to split Xavi and Iniesta. But I always preferred Iniesta just, so I'd go Iniesta. But I found it very hard to split them, like most teams did, really. Leicester are a very weird team this year. I mean, I don't know. I just wonder whether... I don't know what anyone thinks. I don't know whether it will end up with Rodgers getting the sack. Because they've probably got the best squad they've had in a long, long time. I mean, it's probably a better squad than the one that won the league. But it's just something not quite right. Pirlo was a fantastic player. Oh, yeah. I agree with you, Cal. A fantastic player, Pirlo. I'd love to see him play in the Prem. I mean, there's players... I mean, there's a question for you. What player do you really wish had played in the Prem? And you know, other than Messi, because I think Messi in the Prem was very obvious. But I'd love to have seen Pirlo play in the Prem. I don't think he'd be my favourite. I'd love to have seen Zidane play in the Prem. Ronaldinho was the one that pissed me off a lot. He was so close to coming to United, and I think, again, he was such a... Ronaldinho sort of gets forgotten, but he was world class of his day. I mean, he's not Messi or Ronaldo, but he was world class. Lovely play by Trincao. Still going. Final ball. Who would you choose to be in the Man United squad? Kent or Goldbridge, says Abdullah. I think Goldbridge is more Rooney and Kent is more Ronaldo. So... No, he's not Ronaldo. What I'm talking about, I think Goldbridge is more Rooney, and I think Kent is more Van Nistelrooy. So he's more of a goal scorer, Kent. He's direct. Oh, I tell you what, Wolves are pushing here. My 1-1 prediction might be right. I might be right with my 1-1 prediction tonight. Semedo with the cross. Semedo. No, he didn't put the cross in. He lays it back. Anyway, corner. Podence. And he heads it over the bar. Dendoncker. Was it Dendoncker? Prime Roberto Baggio in a United shirt. Tom. Oh, yeah. I remember, like, I've said this before. I used to watch the highlights. I loved Italian football growing up. And I used to watch the highlights on a Sunday. And every week it felt like Baggio, Del Piero, Zola and Signori were scoring free kicks. It just seemed like every week they were scoring free kicks. I'm sure they didn't. But yeah, they were brilliant at free kicks. They were. Mark, how did you put Ward-Prowse third? He scored more than Trent and Kevin De Bruyne combined. Well, it's not always about how many you've scored, Matthew. I just think that I think Trent Alexander-Arnold's got a brilliant set-piece delivery. But, you know, Ward-Prowse, you know, probably underrated him, to be fair. Nicholas says they were scoring them every week. It felt like they were scoring them every week. Gazzetta Football Italia. It was fantastic. I used to watch some right shit games, though. I mean, we didn't used to get wall-to-wall football when I was a kid. So, you know, you can watch any game. When I was a kid, Sky had just started. So it was like you had Italian football. I think Sky Sports really... Is criticism of Scorsese film storylines justified, says Mark Kent. I don't know I don't know the story as to why they are being criticised. When Sky Sports first came out, it was Super Sunday at 4 o'clock. That was it. Then they had Monday Night Football, and that was it. Monday Night Football and Super Sunday. You didn't really get a game on a Saturday in the first few years. So Channel 4 used to have an Italian game on Sunday afternoon. So I used to watch that. And it would sometimes be really boring. It'd be like Bologna against Fiorentina and it'd be 0-0 for ages and then Batistuta would score. But you pretend that you're a culture vulture. Really, it was quite boring. Sunshine, Gary Neville. Remember Prem Plus, says Ben Smith. I do. Why do I remember that? What was that all about? Says Tanta Sports, remember that? That was quite recent as well. Yeah, you get so much football now. Even in the like I say, in the early days of Sky, it was basically just 1 or 2 games a week. That's why Goals on Sunday was popular. Do they even do Goals on Sunday anymore? Remember they used to have Ben Shepherd and Cammy. Goals on Sunday. That used to be quite a good show. I don't know whether they bother with it anymore. Sunday Supplement. Jeannie says teletext was how I got the scores. Liverpool are warming up some subs here. Champions League on ITV, says Upside Down. Yeah, I agree. Best dead ball specialist you've ever seen in the Prem, says Jamesy. I mean, I do think Beckham was brilliant. Like, I really do. And I'm not just talking about free kicks, his corners. I do think Beckham was absolutely brilliant. And but somebody's going to tell me somebody else. But for me, it was Beckham. Zola was very good. I mean, he wasn't here for long, Zola, but he had a lovely delivery. But yeah, I just loved Beckham. I mean, he was a early days Proctor, really. If you know, you know. I tell you what, could Leicester end up getting a shock point here? Thoughts on the Zuma situation and reaction from people in the media? Don't condemn what he's done, but some of the things are definitely racially motivated, as HTD. Well, look, I saw the clip from Antonio, and, you know, I think some people are saying, why are you putting racism to do with animal abuse when both are very serious subjects? At the end of the day, it's up to the individual, isn't it? It's up to the individual. They have an opinion, and Michael Antonio's got his opinion. Do I think that Zuma's criticism is racially motivated? I don't really. I mean, I haven't seen what you're talking about, but I don't think it's racially motivated, because I guarantee if that was John Terry, the outrage would be even more, because he's an England international. So, You know, some people will make it about racism because they're racist. I agree with that, but I don't think it would have been any different if Harry Maguire had done it. And I'm not saying that Harry Maguire kicks cats. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm using it as an example. Or Ben White, or Gabrielle, or Connor Cody. I don't think it would have. I think it would have hit the same. I think people were outraged by it because it's kicking an animal, and a lot of people love animals. But even if you don't like animals, they're very trusting and they're very small, and you know they're there to be protected. So I think there would have been outrage anyway. There's outrage here. Lacazette's gone down. Yellow card. Was it a foul or was it a dive? No, he did foul him. He did foul him. I think Lacazette will make a meal out of anything. Oh, he did. No, he did catch him. He did catch him, to be fair. Yellow card. The point about the Zuma thing is, what's the punishment? That's the real point. What is the punishment that people are demanding too much? And I think when you take the emotion out of it, Mikel Antonio made a good point about people who've been racist and allowed to play football. But let's not forget, there was a striker, and I can't remember his name. I'm tempted. I think his second name might have been King. It's definitely not Josh King. And I think he'd gone to prison for beating his girlfriend with a belt. I can't remember what his bloody name was, but I think he'd been to prison or had a caution for beating his girlfriend with a belt. And he came back and played football. Now, some people will say that there's no difference between hitting a woman and hitting a cat. Personally, I'm not getting into that debate, but if somebody can do that and come back and play football, then Kurt Zuma should be allowed to play football. Simple as that. Like, you can't you can't hand out lifetime bans for kicking a cat when you've got footballers who've committed domestic abuse and drink driving and, you know, drugs offences and all sorts. So look, there is a bit of a cancel culture there, but it's because it's fresh. And look, let's not forget this. It was disgusting what he did. And it doesn't portray him in a very good light at all. My bigger concern about it is what a knobhead he is. He's probably a big knobhead in real life. But I nearly swore there. I don't want to be calling people effing knobheads. But yeah, you know, we're not the one who's done it. Let's not go down to his level. You know, at the end of the day, he should be allowed to play football. There probably should be some sort of match ban, maybe a 5-match ban or something like that. But, you know, you can't be banning people from football for that. Hi, Mark. Just tuned in straight after work. Arsenal worth the lead, or have they been lucky, says Taylor. No, you know, I think it's been a very equal game. And you know, I'd say if this ended now, I'd say what a really good team result from Arsenal. They've defended well. I'd say Wolves have shaded it, but Arsenal have been clinical, so I still think it'll end up 1-1. The thing is, I just don't get what people want to happen to Zuma. I don't really pay massive attention because my opinion's not going to get swayed by, you know, hysteria on social media or in the Daily Mail or by Piers Morgan or whoever else. Like, I'm not going to get swayed. There should be some punishment for it because it was despicable what he did, but we're not talking about season bans or anything like that. You know, he should be prosecuted for a start, of course. RSPCA should do something about it, and he should probably get a month ban, something like that. But I'm not the judge and I'm not the jury, and neither's you. You could get somebody to dress up in a big cat outfit. We could get Tyson Fury to dress up as a big cat and kick him. That might be and film it. Is that justice? In fact, probably don't get Tyson Fury to kick him because he's a boxer. Get Conor McGregor in a cat outfit and get him to give him a kick. CD says you're walking a thin line, Mark. Why am I walking a thin line? I'm really intrigued why you're threatening me in your chats about walking a thin line. I ain't walking a thin line. I ain't said anything out of turn. I'm not the one doing what's been done. Joshua says it should be an instant ban. It'd be disgusted if he played for United. No club will want him anymore. Well, Joshua makes a good point because let's not forget. People are saying ban him, do this, do that, but clubs could take the decision clubs could take the decision out of the hysteria on social media because the clubs could just say we don't want someone with that sort of attitude in our club, and that's something very different. But I guarantee you now, there'll always be a club who'll take a player. Mocking animal abuse is too far. CD, I think you need to go to bed, and we'll just put you in a timeout. Who's been mocking animal abuse? Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Mr. Snowflake there, Mr. Imaginary Voice about who's mocked animal abuse. Absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody said it was acceptable or anything like that. Bloody hell. You see, you get people now in life who, if you talk about something controversial, they're almost accusing you of doing it. That is the snowflake society that exists. I'm doing a video tomorrow about this. I did it driving back from Manchester today. Watch my channel, Mark Goldbridge, tomorrow. I spoke specifically about this sort of thing. People where you can speak about anything and people will try and cancel you. Weird. It's weird the world you could put... your kids could grow up in if these people were allowed to win, where you can't say anything controversial because it offends somebody. Anyway, back to the football. That's what we're here to watch. As I said, I think if Arsenal won this game, I don't want them to win because that would put them above United with a game in hand, but they it's the sort of game if you want top four you go and win. Because Wolves are a well-organised side. But this is why Wolves can't get top four. No, I didn't. I'm just gonna call this idiot out as well. Dave, he says you compared animal abuse to hitting women. No, I didn't. What I said is that some people want Kurt Zouma to be banned from playing football for life, and I said there's people who've hit women and gone back and played football. So, should he get banned from football? I said, no, I don't, in my opinion, and my opinion means nothing, it's my opinion, but I was like, I don't think that you can have people back who hit women and then ban somebody who does the same to a cat. And that's not comparing the two, I'm just saying, how can somebody come back and play football who's done that, but somebody can't play football who's done that? It's the same thing, it's abuse. I'm not comparing it, I'm saying it's the same bloody thing. Engage it. And also, if your opinion is different to mine, well done for having one. I'm not going to get offended. Liverpool on the attack. Oh, I think that was Diaz. Just shoots wide. Still only 1-0 with 20 minutes to go in both of these games. Aram says, I'll be honest, if it was a dog, I'd be angrier. Well done to Aram. He's got an opinion and it's different to somebody else. Does this go?
It wasn't like that.
Alright. Take what you need and be on your way and stop crying your heart out. We're all of us stars, we're fading away. Just try not to worry, you'll see them someday. Now take what you need and be on your way and stop crying your heart out. Red card for Martinelli. Oh, it's all going on. Ho, 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 ho. This is big. Arteta can't believe it. Stop crying your heart out. Arteta. Arteta. Well, what's he done? Giving him 2 yellow cards? He's read second yellow card, but when did he pick up his first yellow card? Britain's got Goldbridge as Logan. So did he go 1-2, or is he already on was he already on 1? Arteta's not happy. Offside. Wolves have just scored. It's all going off. 2 yellows in the same passage of play. Oh, no wonder they're spewing. Oh, I've not seen that for a long time. So basically, Martinelli, Wolves have just scored, but they're offside. So basically, Martinelli tries to stop someone taking a throw in, obstructing them. He then runs and fouls him, and he's gone yellow, yellow, off. I mean, that is interesting. That is very, very interesting. To do that, I mean, there's a lot of people saying good. I've got to be honest, if that happened to United, I'd be bloody... Imagine if Pogba did that on Saturday. I'd be fuming. I'd be absolutely fuming. It's very unusual. I'm actually going to tweet it as well. I think it's really got to say. I've tweeted it. I don't, look, of course it's funny if Arsenal drop points, but I'm going to be completely impartial and say, that's not right. That's not right. I don't think you can go yellow, yellow, red. I mean, and look at Lacazette. Oh, he's missed it. Golden opportunity. Lack of threat. The French Charlie Austin. And he's missed it. He's missed it. He was onside as well. Oh, Lacazette. I'm telling you now. Forget about the red card. That is why Arsenal might not get top 4. Because when your striker's got a golden opportunity like that, you've got to bury it. French Charlie Austin. You're just a French Charlie Austin. French Charlie Austin. You're just a French Charlie Austin. But, Arsenal fans, although I'm bantering your striker, I agree. I don't think you could... I mean, literally... He's tried to stop the throw-in and then he shoulder barged someone 2 seconds later. Yellow, yellow, red. I mean, I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Because I agree with it from a haha laugh at Arsenal point of view. And I agree with it from a whole bunch of let's hope Wolves get an equaliser point of view. But I always think about it. If that happened to United, I'd be bloody fuming. I would. 2 yellow cards from the same passage of play. Josh says refereeing in this country is horrendous. And also, you know what? You know what my big argument would be? It's the ref's fault I've been sent off. What a save by Ramsdale. Tips it over the bar from the shot. The big issue is, it's the referee's fault. Because if I'm Martinelli and I've committed a yellow card offence on the throw-in, why didn't you blow up and give me the yellow card then? And the foul? Oh, because you've done a play on. Well, if you're doing play on, then you obviously don't think it's a yellow card. Oh, I would have given you the yellow card. I just think it's a bit silly. If he's playing on, just 1 yellow card, I think. But
Wolves are coming hard now. It's going to be defence against attack. If Arsenal get out of this game with a win, they'll have done very well. But I tell you what, it's Salah. He's back from the AFCON and he's missed. He's missed. He's through one-on-one and Schmeichel's made a great save. Mark, did the Chelsea 05 play good defensively? Brilliant, Sood. Absolutely brilliant. I think they only conceded, was it 15 goals in the entire season? Ref should have given Lacazette a red for that miss, says Mr. Nobody. Yeah, it was crap. Do I think... Well, I predicted 1-1. Arsenal's big problem is they've got Lacazette as their number 9. I mean, he wasn't even playing it last time I used to watch Arsenal. He's your top 4 hopes rest on him. Chelsea 05, I think I put them 3rd in the all-time Premier League teams because it was Mourinho's first season. It was Chelsea's first Premier League title. They conceded only 15 goals. I think Cech, I think had 21 clean sheets. So that's over 50% of his games he kept a clean sheet. Very, very underrated season that doesn't get credit because it gets forgotten because of Invincibles who drew 12 games and Centurions who played in a shit Premier League season. I think City's Premier League title was more impressive when they beat Liverpool and they both got like 97 points or something. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. That's Football, the place for everybody to have a chat. And we are doing our Super Bowl on Sunday night live. And we're only 100 subscribers away from 614,000. So click the bottom in the bottom right hand corner. Let's see if we can do it before full time. I am doing a watch along on this weekend. At the moment it's looking like Spurs against Wolves, but I might change that. We'll see. But definitely Super Bowl Sunday on Sunday night. And of course I'm playing Red Dead Redemption tonight on Twitch. Tune in for chat and gaming with Goldbridge on Twitch. Link in the video description. Give us a follow there and I will see you later on that one. I don't really have an issue with the red. 2 yellow card offences after one another. Sometimes refs play on and give a yellow later. Still funny though, says Jack. I'd be fuming if it happened. All I'm saying is, I know a lot of people agree with it, but I would have been fuming. That's all I'm saying. If that happened to a United player, I'd be absolutely fuming because you're 1-0 away, you're 1-0 up away from home. You've got a chance to get really into a top 4 race, and then a refereeing decision that is very rare happens to you. So you just feel like you were, you'd feel like you'd been a bit of a victim. I did predict 1-1, but I also predicted 3-0 in the Liverpool game. And I've got to say, Leicester have done well to only be 1-0 down here. I mean, Salah should have scored 1-on-1. And I think Schmeichel's probably been Leicester's man of the match. Of course, you can do a play on and go back and give a yellow card. Not unusual, 100% correct. 2 yellows, says Ronnie. Well, it's clearly not a breach of rules, mate. I'm just saying, I think it's a bit sour. I just think it's a bit soft. And the thing is, I think both yellow cards are very soft as well. And trying to obstruct a throw-in and then shoulder barging someone to the ground. I mean, I wouldn't expect to get a yellow card for both of them if they happen 20 minutes apart, let alone a second. I watched the Rooney documentary tomorrow, yes, Aaron. What time's it coming out? Because I might watch a bit of it after Red Dead. Oh, I thought Wolves had scored then. NBA Finals watch along? I doubt it, Abdullah. And did you hear that Spotify is Barca's new sponsor? It's crazy, says Master. Yeah, didn't they want to do something with Arsenal? It's more cash for Barcelona, though, and they need cash. Here's Smith Rowe. Socks around his ankles. He's going to run himself here, Smith Rowe. He's going to go all the way on his own. He's done really well, but he's fell over. He's fell over. Well, Arsenal haven't got a game, have they, this weekend? They're playing Brentford the weekend after, so they've got another week. Arsenal have had a really weird run of it, haven't they? They had a 2.5 week international break because they're out of the FA Cup. Everyone else is playing this weekend and Arsenal aren't, so they've got another week and a half. It's a long wait between games for Arsenal fans. Silva's coming on for Wolves here. And Ketier's coming on, probably for Lacazette. Arteta's just shoved him away. I would not like that. So what have we got? 10 minutes to go. What do you think? Let's do a poll. We're going to do a which way poll. And we'll see who's right at the end. What's the result going to be? Polls in the chat. Cast your votes. What if we had to make a tactical foul after the throw? Should he have been given 2 yellows then? Didn't even know he was on his first yellow, says Jay Piggott. He wasn't on his first yellow. It went yellow, yellow. He gave it for the same passage of play. Not fancy doing player ratings for the watch-alongs on Earmark, and you built a great community here. Well done, mate, says Logan. I mean, we might look at doing it in the future, I suppose. Not a bad idea. The draw is the most popular score at the moment in the poll. Get your votes in. Oh, Mario, I've already spoken about the Kurt Zouma situation. I don't think we want to go back there. It just gets people angry. We seem to be lurching from one event to another at the moment, though, don't we? Which can be the case. You know, I said this, I mean, I'm glad I didn't say it publicly, but I did say this to a mate a couple of weeks ago when the Mason Greenwood thing happened. I said, I think we'll get a few more coming over the next few weeks because there might be somebody who's in a similar situation who sees it and goes, you know, with domestic abuse, people can get the confidence to come out and complain when they see other people have done it. So I'm not saying that will happen, but it could happen. And there might be a lot of people who've got things on their phones of footballers acting prats. There might be a few brown envelopes exchanging hands, actually. We'll see. Let's hope not. Great save by Schmeichel again there. So, we've had over 2,000 votes on the scoreline, and 46% say draw, 44% say Arsenal win, and only 10% going to the Wolves win. And I tell you what, they should have equalised there, but they didn't. I think if Wolves got one back, they could win it. There's plenty of time. Still 10 minutes, and it's an onslaught. Neves, what a cross. I tell you what, Arsenal's defence has played well. Another corner. I don't know how Wolves haven't scored, Sam. I don't know, but they haven't. Massive 3 points for Arsenal if they get it. As I said, even before the red card, the team effort to do this defensively and the goal would be a very big result for them. Thanks everyone who subscribed, by the way. Bottom right hand corner to do it. We're very close to 614,000. Only 100 away. Bottom right hand corner to do it. And remember, Super Bowl watch along. Sunday night. Get ready for it. On this channel. It's going to be an event. Get your pop, get your chips, get your beer, whatever you want. We're going late. We're going deep and late on Sunday night. That means we're going late, nothing else. I mean, Wolves are winning loads of headers, but they just can't get them on target. Well organised. You know, one thing Arteta did with Arsenal from very early days. What a hit that was. He's hit the bar. I don't know who hit it for Liverpool, but it was lovely. Liverpool really trying to get the second goal. Of course, remember, they've done this without Salah and Mane starting. Salah's on now, but they've done this without Salah and Mane for the last month. I don't know what time the NFL game kicks off. But I will know. 11:30. 11:30. So we'll be live from about 11 o'clock. I've always liked NFL, Anthony. I just sort of drifted away from it for a while. But I've always liked it. Salah hit the shot, by the way, against the bar. Is Man United Brighton on the TV, says Isaac. I think it is, because I think it was meant to be. No, it's not. It's not on the TV. Liverpool have scored their second goal. It's over there. Jota again. Prem teams you'd compare the Bengals and Rams to, says Ian B, not me. 2-0 to Liverpool. Oh, it's just another easy finish. Jota's become a very... apparently it's on BT. It says it's not on the telly to me, but if United's on, then maybe they're right. I don't know. It's on BT Sport 2, apparently. Okay, Daniel Fletcher, there you go. Is United stand back tomorrow? Says 15 champs. No, we've retired it. We've had a good run, and that was the last show tonight. I think you're on about United stand football, which is back tomorrow. So yeah, 2-0 to Liverpool. Let me just change the score. I mean, I don't think it really mattered what form Leicester were in tonight. They were not going to win this game. I think Liverpool and Man City at the moment they're on a different sort of level. I mean, I was sort of hoping that Liverpool would start dropping some points so that when United play them, they're not desperate to win. But if they're still in a title race, which is looking likely, they're going to be desperate to win, aren't they? Wolves' problem has always been this. Very good comment from Chris. He says there's not enough quality in the area for Wolves, and that will always be their problem. They'll never concede loads of goals, but they don't score many goals, and that's why they were never going to be in a top 4 race. Would you still take Brandon Rodgers as Man United manager, says Aaron? Just seems to bottle it wherever he goes. No, I wouldn't take him now. At the time, I would have took him over Ollie, because I would have took a lot of people over Ollie, but not now. Not now, no. Liverpool's next few games, somebody said. I mean, look, Liverpool just need to keep winning, but obviously they've got Mane and Salah back now. They're playing Burnley away on Sunday. I'd expect them to beat Burnley. I mean, I think Burnley are getting better, but I expect them to win. Inter Milan in the Champions League. Then they've got Norwich at home, Leeds at home, Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. and then they've got West Ham at home, Brighton away, and then they play United. So you'd expect Liverpool to very much be in the title race by the time they play United, which is not necessarily a good thing. I will watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Barry. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure it'll be better than the last one I watched. Links in the video description for my Twitch page. I will be live there in about an hour and a bit. So I'm going to be live on Twitch playing Red Dead Redemption at about 11:15. So late night gaming and a bit of chat. Tune me on Twitch. Follow the link in the video description and you'll get your notification, or I'll tweet it out off Twitter. We're nearly into the last minute here. This is a very, very good result for Liverpool, for Arsenal if they get it. Wolves were doing pretty well until Jimenez got injured and things fell from there, says Master. That was a long time that Jimenez got injured though, wasn't it? Or are you talking about this season? Jimenez is not as prolific as before his head injury, is he? Official Willie's going to be there on Twitch. Thanks, pal. Jota, man of the match for Liverpool. Gabriel, man of the match for Arsenal. Lazy, man of the match, you could say, by both broadcasters. But to be fair, all right, it's a bit lazy because they're the only scorers tonight. But I think Gabriel has had a good game defensively. And Jota has scored 2 goals. So they probably got it right there. Tony says Boba Fett was rubbish. Yeah, there was a couple of good episodes, but I felt it was a bit rubbish, yeah. Oh, Wolves, I thought he was going to cut it back, but Arsenal come away with it. Five minutes added on at Wolves. Zed Jamie says United are going to be down to 6th, which is disgusting. I haven't looked at the Premier League table, but United would be down to 6th. And they'll have played a game less. A game more than Arsenal. Got to beat Southampton on Saturday. What's Gabriel doing there? Throw into Wolves. Maguire or Stevie Wonder to start next match. Well, I've done my preview of the Southampton game. Harry Maguire has to be dropped for that game, but I actually don't think he will be. But yeah, 2-0 to Liverpool, 1-0 to Arsenal. We're into stoppage time in both games. Liverpool are home and hosed, but Wolves against 10 men. Oh, God. Podence, 3 minutes to go. The thing about Disney is that Boba Fett was a very popular character for decades with many Star Wars fans, and Disney have managed to put him into the relegation battle to a new Mandalorian that didn't exist until a couple of years ago. Like, the Mandalorian is now better than Boba Fett. Is that good writing, or is it just a massive corporation manipulating Star Wars? I don't know. But I never liked Boba Fett anyway, to be honest. Liverpool have won 2-0. Podence reminds me of Hazard. I haven't closed the poll, but 50% are now saying an Arsenal win and 39% are saying a draw. But we did have 5,000. Thoughts on Diaz, says Stephen Nesbitt. I've got to be honest, I've been watching the Wolves-Arsenal game a little bit more than the Liverpool game, but he looks like he's settled, and he looks naturally a good fit. So Owain says Liverpool title loading. I think they're relentless and I think they're focused. The Man City game is going to be the big thing, and they could probably do with playing that game sooner rather than later, but they're playing it later. I think it's in, is it April? Yeah, April, Saturday the 9th of April. Well, that'll get changed, but Snooker's on, says Dan. Right, Wolves, probably their last chance now with 30 seconds to go. Seymour. He's got to put a cross in. It is to USFC tomorrow, but it's Red Dead Redemption tonight, Lewis. I've dropped the link in the chat. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're very, very close to 614,000. We're only 50 away. So please subscribe. Hit that button. Bottom right-hand corner. Cross comes in. The goalkeeper's up. Cherney just clears it away. The ref's going to blow. It's surely going to blow. Very impressive win for Arsenal, that. They dug in, they ground it out. I think Wolves go to Spurs at the weekend. Their chances at top four are very limited, Wolves. But Arsenal, probably favourites for top four at the moment. At this moment in time, probably favourites for top four. But big result. Clean sheets. Arteta in. Where's all the Arteta out? Put the T-shirts away. Arteta in. Arteta in. Put the T-shirts away. I've always said Arteta's the man. I've always said it. Have you? I've got a video of you in a T-shirt. I was joking. Arteta in. Arteta in. Very good win for Arsenal, to be fair. Through gritted teeth. Obviously, as a United fan, I don't want them to win. But in fairness, I said, even before the Martinelli red card, that if they win that game, it would be a very impressive result. And I suppose the problem from a United or a Spurs point of view is that win is clean sheet, one goal against the Wolves side that are very, very hard to break down. So they'll take more from that than going to Norwich and winning 4-0, because Wolves are difficult. It's away from home. They've kept the clean sheet and they've won the game. So it's a big win for Arsenal, that, and it puts them up to fifth. But they have got a game in hand on. They've got 2 games in hand on West Ham. So I think I'm right with that. I think they've got 2 games in hand. Yeah, they've got 2 games. They're a point behind. They're a point off fourth, and they've got 2 games in hand on West Ham. So Arsenal looking in a good position, and they'll have another game in hand on United and West Ham at the weekend, because I think West Ham are playing as well. So interesting. Look, anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. Enjoyed both those games tonight, and thanks everyone who's tuned in. So please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and remember, we are live tonight on Twitch playing Red Dead Redemption in about an hour's time. Click the link in the chat and I'll see you over there for a little bit later. But thanks for watching. Speak